Hello there, I'm Shaylin Cotton, here at TheGamer to tell you all the things we wish we knew before playing Vampire the Masquerade Swansong. Unless you have a memory palace to rival Sherlock Holmes himself, you might want to have a notebook at hand. After all, Swansong is, in essence, just a vampire detective simulator. There are dozens of pins, codes, and other ancillary info to be found. Whether it's found in an investigatable note or lying innocently in the environment, these generally don't get recorded, making your journal practically useless. If you don't fancy yourself an amateur detective or don't have a pen and paper on hand, snapping a few photos with your phone will do the trick. When you start a new scene, you'll be prompted to use your experience points to level up the characters. While having good stats is clearly important to navigating dialogue scenes or sleuthing through certain areas, don't forget about disciplines. Each character has some abilities in their discipline that are absolutely crucial to the game, like Caleb's Domination or MM's Auspex, so don't forget to invest some points into the skill tree. It's tempting to keep your cards close to your chest and reserve your willpower and hunger in case you really need them later. Don't be afraid to expend these resources, especially early on in the game when you won't have the stats to muscle your way through situations anyway. Willpower is particularly useful for unlocking doors and safes, or increasing certain stats during combos. On the flip side, be mindful of your hunger level. Before entering a point of no return, try to feed first. There are certain point of no return cutscenes that can really bite you in the butt, pun intended, if you walk into them with a full hunger bar. If you are thorough in your investigation of certain scenes, you should stumble across consumables. These aren't your common collectibles. Your characters can use these items to replenish willpower or restore hunger or even boost your stats temporarily. There are also thin blood artifacts, which are much harder to find. These are enchanted items that you can equip for stat bonuses. Be generous in using your consumables. There are some scenes in the game that strip you of all your items anyway, and all that resource hoarding just goes to waste. Swansong is the sort of game that lends itself well to being replayed. If you start your first playthrough blind, there are plenty of small choices you may have made along the way that altered your whole experience. At the end of every scene, however, the game shows you what alternate routes you could have taken. Replaying the game a second time allows you to fast forward through all the dialogue, but this time with the knowledge of what you could do differently. If you are looking for more guides or walkthroughs for Vampire the Masquerade Swansong, be sure to check out TheGamer.com.